Cloister is a lovely place to live. If you're a moon-sized computational device that requires year-round sub-zero temperatures to avoid melting down.
Especially this, no, especially delicious. Okay. Nice. Your lunch? All lunches are the sovereigns. I don't think so. Hello, Mr. Deadman. Heretical miscellany? Time-wasting contrivances to the basement. That is not a fun looking sword. Ooh, all 17,698 pages, all typed single-spaced. Some messages. push the button. Doesn't appear to be anything to interact with in there. If we go down here, go over here.
Extensive damage.
Nope.
Oh, that's bad.
Sure looked like you could.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's no interior map through here. Huh.
20, baby.
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours, absorbed with what soon became known as brain puzzlements. My personal productivity was quite adversely affected by the mather. I still see it sometimes when I close my eyes. We finally locked them away to keep from engaging with them. Unfortunately, copies were smuggled out and distributed far and wide, leading to the oft-cited equational delay incident.
Shit, I am actually level 20. Okay, that's how they suddenly can go to level 20, because I'm level 20. Oop.
Someone there? Hello? Help! Please! Thank the law somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Might concerning, since it's all I have. Auxiliary Dabbler Spoonhauer, second rate at your service. At least I assume so. You have the air of one of the various hires up I always hear alluded to. We was sizing up the place, well, the lobby, and our boss ordered us to find an off switch for them traps, which required us to negotiate through or around said traps to do so. A bunch of the others got killed. I got stuck in here. Boss left with the rest. You think you could get me out somehow? Like, right about now, even?
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets?
What are you suggesting? That we let this poor fool die a slow, lonesome death?
Granted, Time-wasting contrivances is concerning only to those of us in the Order. But just one of those brain puzzlers put back the solving of the universal equation by months. I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's choice obtaining research related to cataclysmal ends. Or monetizing prevaricated hypotheses, for that matter. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something. That's actually a valid point. We shouldn't forget who we are, and I suppose I'm not who I was.
I don't understand what you two are talking about, but it sounds positive, I think.
Do whatever you think is best here. I still don't completely agree, but I trust your decision.
I promise not to, blow up the universe. Or whatever it is you two are worried about, I guess. Can you let me out now, please?
Phew. Well, that's a relief. Didn't think I'd ever get free. No thanks to you, ma'am.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Don't have to tell me twice. This is all the bits I have on me. Not much, but thanks. I'll be out of here as soon as it seems safe.
I have lots of Drina time. rules. Okay, I thought that vent that was high up there was gonna lead into here. It does not. So now it appears I may have to put some of this security.
We'll stay here. Who left this vent open? Security around here was tighter in my day. Did I read that correctly? Seemed concerning.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got company in the form of an Auntie's Choice patrol. Seems their representative wishes to parley.
Don't shoot! Like she said, I'm just here to talk. Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing to offer a mutually beneficial arrangement. Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the research stored here. But cataclysmic ends, which I presume you're here to destroy, don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last trace. But let us keep the rest, and you'd benefit as well.
The idea of any Order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a rigorous refusal, as in no witnesses.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Oh, nothing particularly heinous. We may conceivably utilize some information in the possible formation of potential new products. No harm to you, or anyone.
Can't really predict how Auntie's Choice would market heretical miscellany. But I could easily foresee them rushing detrimental cognitive enhancers to market.
Unfortunately, she's right. And our R&D ain't what it used to be. We'd best be careful with any sensitive intel.
Suppose I'd be reasonably happy with that. Some claim these mental recreations possess untapped commercial potential. I accept. If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no more visitors. Burners are lit. Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.
Well then, that seems sufficiently carbonized, cinderized. No half measures from the Order. Say what you will about them, but they are nothing if not thorough.
Excellent. Well, a deal's a deal. Meet me downstairs after you're done here, and we'll settle up.
And all Auntie's Choice receives from it all are some distractful diversions. Well, that should decimate Auntie's Choice productivity for the foreseeable future. Nicely done.
My original notes and research are burnt to a crisp. It's over, finally.
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there. Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
To go on and live your life. Round other people, not holed up in a dilapidated shack. We'll settle the rest.
You can't possibly expect to leave me behind again without a fight.
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it? We still need to get out of here first.
Meet you near the exit. I just want to sift through things here for a moment.
Never thought you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could be good allies when we look for help closing the rifts. Assuming DeVries sticks to her change of heart. Reckon my being present for the dramatic rescue will gain me some clout with Auntie's choice. Just got 2 or 3 more incidents like this to win my way back in, I'd say. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it? I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always defeat us. But we can learn to work with it, like with the Rift Tech. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. I'd agree with you, but I reckon we don't have the time to seek out certainty. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
Yes, Commander. Yes, quite. Anais was always equally at home in the field. Joined on a few assignments, in fact. Rarely followed my lead. Suppose seeing the future more clearly than others can disincline one to listen. Anyhow, I'm sure she heard me this time. I owe her. If I got her killed whilst squaring that debt, I couldn't live with myself. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
Not that way.
Pleasure doing business with you. I can't wait to monetize this brain puzzle garbage.
Be sure to try it. Should be right engaging. For anyone with a little gray in their upper story.
Huh. Maybe I will at that. We deeply appreciate your assistance in further expanding the ever-growing Auntie's Choice proprietary insight catalog. Be seeing you.
Suppose this is goodbye.
Start bawling.
Made it here before you all right, didn't I? Been interesting to see you. Before I forget, I meant to give you this. Little something I made.
So we're good? You and I. Everything settled?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but good as ever. Don't think I don't see what you're doing with all this, though. You've always been who you are, but you weren't you for decades. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Because saving the universe is easier than confronting yourself. Whoever you are now, whoever you're going to be, just take care. Don't be a stranger.
Goodbye, Anais. Yes, She's every bit as keen-edged, vexatious, and contrary as I remembered her. Appreciate your support. Been a spell since I could rely on anyone like that. Though, I suspect that's my own damn fault. Ah, Anais snuck something by me again, didn't she? What was that last thing she said? Don't be a stranger. Right. Huh. All right. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Okay. Conversating.
Oh, thank you. I am never eating Borst rockets again.
They all say.
Thanks for working hard so I don't have to.
Huh. Wouldn't be here to deliver news of my transfer going through, would you? No? Suppose we're still cut off then. How might I help you? Yup, Auntie's choice heals all else. Not responsible for epidermal necrolysis, vanishing fingerprints, or immediate onset pernicious anemia.
Oh, a customer. Appeared to need something. Hope you brought the bits to back that up. Got a good supply of Auntie's Choice finest, and some well-built order items, scavenged from this very facility. Looking's free. Rest costs extra.
No ammo. Biggest fan. Fat cat helmet?
Someone's bucking for a promotion.
Word on the street is you're all fired, goal-oriented.
And who did I see riding with me? The self-made market legend herself. Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. Highest rung of autocracy. I saw my opportunity and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I know she was a merger with Macer's choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Auntie's? And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thinking will only leave you sinking. Listen, child, and take it seriously. Self-betterment makes you 110% everything you'd ever hope to be.
Any news from the field? Any further progress? Learn anything useful? Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the Protectorate then. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Glad we could make a deal.
Okay, so been all through here. I still only have 220 heavy rounds. So.
me is strategically optimal. Thank you. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Amplificator at ready status.
Stop going down.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Have a fix on their weaknesses. To attack. Thank you.
Medkit coming your way.
That's sparking bad. even getting that. Oh yeah, party upgrades. Forgot I got one for Marisol. Rose, how you doing? Across here and see if we can get up there. Ugh, that doesn't sound good. Well, hopefully it's only 24-hour. No need to stop sharing that shit. Just like instant type or from a real ramen shop?
Inez, Purple Berry Crunch. It's spelled with a K?
Sure is. You all right, Marisol? You're looking faintly ill.
But it's an obvious misspelling. How can you tolerate it?
Because it's more authentic that way. Says so in the jingle. Sometimes you just gotta accept good marketing, you know?
We live in a universe governed by fundamental forces. Gravity, atomical electrodynamics, spelling, and punctuation. To ignore them invites chaos.
Oh, there's a rift there between the... this broken bridge. Great! How the hell am I supposed to get up there? Yeah, so far I've only had ramen once. But it was from a new ramen restaurant in town that we helped design, so felt that I had to go. And it was actually quite good. I wouldn't push yourself. Because if you didn't get sick on it, then you're probably not going to want to have it later and might turn your stomach on it for a while. The one that I got was a kind of a fusion. It was ramen, but it was birria, Mexican birria beef ramen. Hopefully that'll let me get up. Oh, I didn't know he worked nights. If I want to get up there, I'm going to have to go through here. I don't see a way to get up here at all. Oh wait, maybe? Nah. I don't think even if I double jump, so I don't think I can get up this way. So you're the last one to get down with the sickness? Wah! Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's do this real quick.
Guarding violence. Enemy in the safe.
Oh crap! Came from behind me. Ugh, yeah, it doesn't sound good. Nope, no. Redo that. So there's good dude's gonna come up from behind me there. What if we just try to go ahead this one first? I might want to go back to my other. Although with them I could use the. Because these two do the same amount of damage. One of two. Heavy revolver's really close behind. I could go with my sawed off. If I can find it again, but that's gonna really eat through my heavy rounds. Where is it? That one. So I don't want the burst.
Threat detected. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
Anyone else here, medic? Aw, damn.
Combatant scan. Suture me up. It would improve your armor.
You're gonna have to stay down for a little bit. Nice, stick the gun over your head. Great shot there. I need to get that sniper up there.
Launch a vital cog.
Back in business.
Flush them out.
Thank you, dear.
Target hidden.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Would not refuse medical support.
Oh, that's the machine guns. Wow, those turrets are not taking damage from mine. There they go. There we go.
Thank you, dear.
Back in business. Little pick-me-up for you.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Aborting surge. Giving chase.
Got my lamps on a hostile.
Let's do this real quick. Go down here, get some corpses. Very good, heavy rain. That's what I need. Lots and lots of heavy rain. Oh, there's his arm. And wow. Yeah, I blew him apart. Nope. Damn. There's a chest in there. I won't see. Oh, okay, that's what I was already in. Duh. Ladies.
Yeah.
Well, that was a fucking waste. I thought I was coming into someplace good. Some good stuff. Nope. Just open the site. I did get 900 XP out of it.
Yeah.
Not sure where it's supposed to be, but it's shiny. It's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Here, let's stake our claim.
You know, if you would have been quiet, it could have gotten sneaked up on me. No. You have to loudly open the door and then shout as you came out. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's... takes the mini rocket launcher to new heights. Okay, that lift worked. Thought there was something about lifts inspired to not work. The door, but it's not a door. Okay. Medical. Seems to be closed also. Ah!
Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the Archive's entrance, remember?
No. No way I could know that yet.
I understand this spot has strategic significance for the defense of the Archive, but it is horrifyingly banal. I mean, I've been stationed in some backwater burgs in the past. Seriously? Did these Order eggheads do anything for fun around here? It's all math charts and chalkboards, and how many Abakai does one outpost need? Hope they never retake this place.
because I'm throwing all of it away.
Okay, so this is not going to get me up where I want to go, which is up there. Just heard somebody talking. Because with the rift between these two, there's no way I can come up this way to get there. Keeps hanging up. Okay, so that's way back where we first came in. That's where the anti-choice forces. Probably can't get to them until I can get through all that. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that is the way it appears to be. Oh no, okay, there we go. So anti-choice support, I can just go back to the, is that the landing pad? Oh, I gotta go back to the landing pad and go back up in space, that's it. Okay, well, let's go to Laplace's garden. Oh, I've already done that. I believe I already done that. stumbled on the Mantis.
Something tells me the Order won't be keen on letting an enemy soldier walk through their gates. Reckon I ought to step away? But I wouldn't give for a big bowl of purpleberry crunch right now. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Okay. I thought you were gonna volunteer to go back to the ship. I was gonna tell you no. I've selected you for this mission. You are going to go with me. Oh, that's where it came in initially. Okay, never mind.
Heard that rift near the Archive has destabilized. Must be a sign. The Protectorate's latest action clearly runs counter to the plan. Mark my supposition. It's only a matter of time until we're called upon to take back the Archive. Halt!
You're going to be?
The Oracle Laureate sent ahead to expect someone matching your description. However, he said nothing about admitting questionable allies. Members of Auntie's Choice are not permitted inside Laplace's garden. Your companion will have to wait outside.
Huh. If only one of us could have foreseen this situation. But I'll stay back, Commander. Ain't no reason to cause a scene.
You should heed the wisdom of your friend.
Yeah, these hues suit my complexion real good.
As likely as I find that theory, we have rules and regulations for a reason. We are at war, you might have noticed. Laureate Beckett did impress the importance of not delaying you. Very well, head on in. But behave yourselves. The garden is something of a fragile ecosystem.
Impressed as I am that worked, I ain't sure about this. Being vastly outnumbered by the enemy ain't a corner I like to be backed into.
But they're not the enemy, Nez. We're all working together.
You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
Fuck you! Ooh, fancy. Gonna go to the place's garden in the shade. What did that say? Not doing that right this second. As long as this doesn't bar me from being able to go onto the undisputed claim, that would suck. Okay, so this is the off skill, so obviously taking observation.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology all fall under her purview. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late. But I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Oh, yes. The vicar did ask me to direct you to him. How positively forgetful of me. He should be waiting for you in Belvedere Hall's main courtyard at the top of the stairs. Belvedere Hall used to serve primarily as the garden's hub for all manner of research, instruction, and study. A beacon on the hill of progress. Since the Order's forced dispossession of Spyreton and the Archive, many spaces within the hall have been repurposed to serve as a temporary headquarters. Which is to say, please excuse our mess. We're still remodeling. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you?
I hear one.
All conflict is transient in nature. To dwell on the negativity of a moment is to risk missing the opportunity of what comes next. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters: science and progress. It may seem like I'm speaking from a position of luxury and privilege, but it is a privilege the Order hopes to share with all one day. But now, I fear I have kept you long past an ideal duration. May all your problems precede solutions.
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
Yes, something does seem.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
I do not chit-chat. I converse before I bang-bang. You gotta fight for your right to transcend.
You appear to present a low probability of risk. Please don't invalidate my calculation.
Can't talk to him as he stares out of a wall. Well, we can't process the rift data yet. Automech Barker. With Automech Bob.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9% more scientific breakthroughs in a given quarter. Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional?
Neither. I'm perfect. Ask anyone.
Expand on that for me. You are a single gear in the grand workings of the universe, and should not expect to control all of its mechanisms or outcomes. Is that right? You'd be the first to admit as much. You know, I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
Oh, yes. Let's go talk somewhere more private. Wow, chicka, wow, wow. Yes, out here in the open is much more private.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. I'm limiting my water intake and using other pharmaceuticals to combat the effects. It's not a perfect system, but it works adequately enough. It makes the mind quieter, like closing the door on a screaming crowd. It's not unpleasant. Depends on your definition of harm. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. Nothing nefarious, if that's the needle in your conscience. We only mean to study the drug and consider all of its many applications. I know that must read as terribly vague to you, but I'm not at liberty to provide more detail than that. Well, I'm not asking you to do something an honest person would. Think of this as a business transaction, if that eases your mind. No, this is about control. Everything is. Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is control over the narrative. To be declared victor and have their vision for Arcadia deemed superior. It follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to suppress greater forms of resistance. That's all. All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. This passcode will give you access to the main terminal. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a keycard on him, but that might be tricky to lift. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing exercises. If he's not there, then he's likely in conference with the presiding bishop. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? It's too diluted by the time it enters circulation. I need the unfiltered drug, which is only accessible to those working in water reconditioning. Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, but I'm sure I have something that'll make your job a little easier. And I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
Yep, we can get those. Ooh, a gold monocle, not just an average monocle. I want to sell her. I got towny clothing. So we could definitely sell off that one. Okay, enough.
What a lamentable state of affairs. I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Imagine if your life depended on a surgeon who was practically perfect. Such a qualifier might dilute your confidence then, hmm? Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light. Oh, I couldn't say. This isn't my college, as it were. I'm a vicar. I tend to people's philosophical needs and leave the management of the garden to others. And purloin from you such a perfect opportunity to serve the plan? I wouldn't dare cogitate on it. Besides, I don't know the first thing about such repairs. Why, I'd be more apt to electrocute myself than anything else.
Bingo.
Through the plan, yes. Yes, I dare say you're right. This must be the true intention behind our meeting. Stand back now and observe the proficiency of a true disciple of the plan.
Oh, that's not going to go well. Yeah. More shrimp, Vicar? She was a bracelet.
In a rare Auntie's Choice lab recording in our archive, which we acquired from a corporate defector to the Protectorate before our stellar system was sealed and the Order ceased daily interactions with our Protectorate allies. But again, I digress. Belated
But that was fun.
by Auntie's Choice's unlettered scientists showed that the berries were non-poisonous at all. Instead, they were...
Think thrice before rabble-rousing. We have numerical superiority.
Yes, but I have bang-bang superiority.
A second makeup exam will not be offered, so I hope you studied this time prior. You may begin now.
Right. No pressure.
Sorry to cut you off, but I'm encumbered with various concerns of the existential variety.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
100? Certainly. That's the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd really love to stay.
Determining the remainder of your stay in Laplace's garden is not the purpose of this survey, but your unprompted insecurity has been noted. Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
I can tell we have little crossover of interests.
Yes, I'm just trying to save the universe, you know. Something I'm sure you'd have no interest in. Holy crap. They've got 125 mini rockets?
Oh, yes, please, a pint. Told them I was going to the market. Going to the market. You still will. Huh? I will on my way home to prove that I will.
Nice. Now we can make our own. On we go.
Smart researchers patronize the scientician's surplus. Quality goods that algorithmically determine
Hey,
prices.
Purveyor Elwood.
Grateful for our orders fabricated.
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me. Of course you would.
Cover fire. It's gonna wipe me out. I was interested in that rifle.
Every day treating the same strains and abrasions. My tenure for a multifactorial disorder. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this time. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer, just to be clear. That is best answered through observation. Here, have a look.
Of course, I don't have enough now. Wow, that's a good one. 7 who endured over 5 seconds and only 60 toxicity. Okay, I'll be back.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here. If only the Order administrants got their act together.
Please, don't take me on a cotangent.
Good old Uniac.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
Testing may be required. Hello, layperson.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say hello.
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you? Access is not granted. Off you go. Test your hypothesis elsewhere.
Farewell. Thank you for this officially compact conversation.
Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions. No reason to reason with you.
Force multiplier.
Agent, over here. Well, this is a welcome confluence of events. Why, without you, Gertie and I wouldn't be alive. And any hope of peace between the Order and Auntie's Choice would be over. Dreadful, you know. Positively dreadful. How the peace talks were interrupted. I felt our two delegations were making real progress. While making our escape, we encountered one of the renegades of my order, wounded and dying. He sought to unburden himself, now convinced Wiley's calculations were wrong. He told us all about that terrible DeVries woman's plan, and theorized you must have stopped her. Well, I think that's what he said. There was quite a lot of gurgling. You have mine and Gertie's utmost gratitude for intervening. Had she succeeded in assassinating us, it would have terminated any hope for peace. Officially, not at present. Gertie and I have kept up communication through back channels in the hope that the discussions can be reconvened in due time. It is my earnest belief that this is the optimal course to chart for the Order, and for Arcadia. Though we could certainly use assistance from an outside force like yourself. Life-threatening situations have a way of verifying and validating key constants. Perhaps proof our two groups may still yet work together, if certain conditions were met. To begin, I believe you would need to put forth efforts in good faith with each of the two groups. Earning the trust of both sides is essential. Once you've worked your way up to meeting our respective leaders, you must convince them to consider joining forces. For one, having the allied might of their forces at your back when facing down the Protectorate. If that's not sufficient, perhaps some additional incentive could also be provided. And if you might consider an appeal to your better nature, ending the conflict between Auntie's Choice and the Order would have untold benefits for all Arcadia. Transplendent. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I can let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo can be challenging to debate with.
What? I do have the rift data, don't I? Forgot I had that.
Show your workers shove off.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Well, I'll be hanged. At the pitter of footsteps at my door, I expected another Order ankle nipper, bent on furthering my disquietude. Philo Tresmer, Protectorate Wordsman at Arms. Mercenary, eh? Your demeanor speaks for itself. In a different life, we might have been enemies. But as far as I'm concerned, anyone here not a traitorous, thrice-damned scientist is a compatriot of mine. I'd say the same were I inclined to use the phrase academic miscellanea. I am not. You don't need book learning to teach wayward canids to heal. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urge the vehement tanning of any wayward body bent on disrespecting the Protectorate. As of yet, that does not include the other Protectorate personnel I've encountered on Cloister, even though they seem loyal to the Consul above all else. The Consul is intended to supplement the Sovereign's rule, acting as a spy master and war coordinator. But of late, he has been overactive. The Consul is doing his duty, but I'm concerned that the people may begin to look to him for guidance instead of the Sovereign. I've heard rumors of late that a foolish minority has become skeptical of the Sovereign's leadership. Madness, I say. We must have faith. Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. Without the Protectorate, this little organization would have no holdings to squat in. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward, pretentious toddlers back into the Protectorate fold. Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the local hearts and minds. Perhaps enough will be alive to save afterwards. Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous.
Lovely day for differential geometry.
Absolutely.
Cause trouble and I will school you, chapter and verse.
Oh, I'd like to see you try.
Come back later.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission. The presiding bishop is not accepting visitors at this time.
Okay, so that's her place, and he's over there. Okay.
Hey! Only security personnel. Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
Okay, well, I can't do that without lift access.
At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
I'm not a resident now, am I?
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
For Pete's sake, is it the pump or the sealant? Industrial science is mostly theory, they said. You won't have to put your knowledge into practice for years, they said. Now the fountain's broken and I can't... Useless. I'm useless. We had an avalanche recently, not far from the dome. One of these fountains stopped working around the same time. Stands to reason something must have been jostled loose. I recently placed into the industrial sciences, so I've been entrusted to fix the issue. But I've never had to put my knowledge into application before. It's not going well. You must be an agent of the architect. The panel here controls the intake and outtake for the fountains. I'd start there.
Well, that's engineering 11.
Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters. Stop deviating from the baseline.
Any progress?
Don't have engineering 11.
What is with the anomalous behavior?
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. No, not asleep. Merely waiting. I have no idea. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates. None taken. Oh, but now I've forgotten to introduce myself properly, haven't I? Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand? But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield results. I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels around Cloister by chance? Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude on specific theorems relating to the plan. They're scattered all around Cloister. Prior to the war, such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with, the discovery of gravity, or has the potential to be. How unexpected. Almost as if there's a universal plan at work in the universe. Please return when you've found all four. I will be here. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. First, answer me this. What is your interest in this matter? As much as I relish the idea of entrusting a stranger with sensitive and potentially incendiary information, I shall have to decline further comment. Perhaps if you were to help me out with recovering those logs I asked for, I could be more amenable to sharing knowledge, but let's put a pin in that for now, shall we? If there's nothing else, I would like to return to my deep breathing exercises. Don't we all? Nothing beyond what I already included in my 165-page summary of the incident. Why do you ask? His resignation has been duly received and accepted. Where he goes from here or what he does now is up to him. I expect we won't hear from him anytime soon. On a more positive note, the Department of Predictive Analysis's biennial summits will be far less contentious. Of course I do. That is precisely why my energy is better channeled toward the future, to ensure such tragic events never happen again. Landon Wiley was afflicted by that which strickens all scholars, the desire to effect change, to advance the plan at any cost. Were his methods wrong? Unequivocally. Should he have come to me with his concerns? Undeniably. But was his conclusion categorically sound? That remains debatable. Generally, yes. Although it's important to remember that unexpected outcomes can still arise from failed experiments. But let's move on to other topics, please. All this fractious talk is giving me a stomachache and... Oh, I just got rid of the last one. Oh, the garden is a marvel, isn't it? A prime example of how this colony could function if led by science and rationality instead of fear and oppression. Everything within the garden was meticulously selected by a committee of the Order's best archivists to provide for mental clarity and focus. My word, you should have seen the debates over the shrubbery. I've never witnessed such passionate discourse over foliage of all things. And what a history it is. The Order of the Ascendant, along with the Archive, has been headquartered on this moon since the founding of the colony. It was given to us by the matriarch herself. She understood how vital our contributions would be to Arcadian society, which some have forgotten. It is why we're here, in fact. Cloister has two things in abundance: ice and geothermal power. Both made it the ideal location for the Archive, and we've utilized its vast computational power ever since. Who's to say it didn't? Do you think it mere coincidence the Order was ready to quit the Protectorate en masse the moment the invaders arrived? Seems statistically improbable. That's all I'll say. What other stray inquiries occupy your mind? Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched at present, and nothing short of an all-out siege is likely to dislodge them. If you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on the matter. She can tell you more.
Try something here. What happens if I change from Scrutinizer's eyepiece to the bucket? And of course, now the question is, how do I get out of here? Oh, I can do that. I can fast travel from inside there. Ha ha ha.
I hope you have good news for me. I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised. Aw, wondering if you'll ever see me again? Precious. I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if we limited contact with one another. No offense. But who knows? The plan mystifies even the greatest minds. Perhaps our paths will intersect again someday.
Okay, that was see what all I got out of that?
The woodwork is exquisite. Yes.
Zapper. Okay. And not my type of weapon, but okay.
Thought splendid.
Waistcoat. Covert Venetian mask. Okay. Serenium grenade.
Champagne?
Oh, please, yes.
Champagne? Oh no, dear.
Excuse me. Have you seen the Baron? My husband. You can't miss me. Has it?
Oh, Baron Monsoon.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, pardon me.
Oh, this is delicious.
Oh, thank you very much.
My friend is meeting me here later.
Well, first of
Oh,
all,
did you of course.
I'd like to see my face shining in the sun.
That's beautiful.
Where did the costume be?
I couldn't make it, but you were there. Yes, I was. I want to invite him over to the house one of these days.
dancing. You're right. Oh, my dear. Those classes have paid off. They have.
What did you think of the...
And we'll stop there for now. Since it's later than I planned on it being. Alright. Well, thanks, Rose, for stopping by, and anybody else who might have popped in. But that is going to be it for me for tonight. Have a good one. Get to feeling better.